Okay, I think this deserved a breakdown because I don't think people are talking about how unusual this game truly was for a guy like Mason Miller and how unusual his numbers have been to start this year in the first 30 games with the A's so far. So, firstly, he's going to come to the bump with a 2-run lead in the ninth inning, and he's going to plunk a guy. Not something Mason Miller usually does. He features that fastball slider. Everybody knows his fastball's up to 104, just like that. And he throws a wicked slider. Miami's got their beautiful uh, City Connect unis on, and he's going to get a second out quickly. So he's plunked a guy, and he's gotten 2 Ks. This game looks like we're good. Next, Sanoha, the eighth hitter, is going to end up with a single. That's going to be turned into a double because of his speed. I forgot that's what happened with that. So nice solid contact made. And now the ninth hitter is going to come up, and Miller is going to walk him, almost plunking him. So run comes in. Now it's only a 1-run game. We're going to replay review to see if it actually hit him instead. And what is your verdict? Leave it down in the comments if that hit him. But call confirmed. It was a walk, and the run counts. Not a problem. So here comes Xavier Edwards, and we're going to walk him. Again, highly unusual for Mason Miller to struggle to find the strike zone like this. But what's even more peculiar is his ERA is about to skyrocket because Kyle Stowers comes up to the plate. Mason Miller stares him down. First pitch of the AB. And he's taken 102 oppo over the wall. So, weird enough that Mason Miller even blew the save to begin with. Weird enough that he plunked a guy and walked a guy. But let's dig in to what makes this year so weird for Mason Miller. So, as everybody knows, Mason Miller is a strikeout guy. We got K percentage down here. He's striking out 58% of the batters he faces. His expected ERA is 1.27 this year, yet his actual ERA is almost 5. His expected batting average is 0.139, and his actual batting average against is still a little high, but it's only 0.178. So what makes his ERA so different from his expected being 1.27 so far and his actual being 5? That's his average exit velo. He is giving up bombs. 25% of all of the hits Mason Miller has given up have been homers so far. I don't think people really get it. The whiff percentage is 51%. The K percentage is 58%. And better yet, he's 96th percentile in walk rate at a 2.8 walk percentage. He is only walking 2.8% of all the batters he faces. His fastball velo is 100th percentile. Hi, editor here. I just wanted to hop on and realize that I didn't stress what I really wanted to stress with this photo, which is the 2 blue percentiles, which is the barrel percentage and the hard hit rate. Everything else is 100 percentile. You got the ERA, you got the fastball velo, you got the chase rate, which is great because of the nasty slider. You have the whiff percentage, which is great because nobody can catch up to the fastball. Plus, the slider plays so well off of it. You have the K rate, which is obviously 100th percentile and fantastic, and the walk rate, all great. But the 2 down here, barrel percentage and hard hit rate, them being 9th percentile and 1%, people are hitting the ball hard 64.3% of the time. That means they can barely make contact with these pitches, but 64% of the time they get the bat on the ball. They are hitting it hard, which comes with throwing 104 miles per hour. You kind of have the saying that, oh, the harder it comes in, the harder it goes out. And with Mason Miller, I think that cannot be more true. He's pumping gas down the plate. And I think he was at a point where he was just blowing pitches by people, where you throw 104, good luck. I'll just throw it down the middle and hope you can catch up. Well, people are catching up. And he's also not throwing 104 every pitch, of course, but 64% of the time, people put bat to baseball, it's hard hit. And that's uncommon for pitchers. Pitchers usually have that number way down. That's why he's 1 percentile in it. And wanted to stress once again, we're only 30 games into the season. I'm sure these numbers will correct themselves. However, 30 games into the season, 25% of the pitches, 25% of the hits he gives up are all home runs, pushing toward his season ERA. And 64% of the time people are putting bat to the ball, it's being hit hard. And 14, he's only ninth percentile in barrel percentage. Nasty, crazy stuff. This type of thing has to make Mason Miller one of the most unlucky pitchers of all time. I mean, and in this outing, that's his 33rd pitch of the outing, and Alex Kirilloff takes him deep, who's I don't even think in the MLB anymore, which is crazy to think about. That somebody who's taken him deep just last year doesn't have a job anymore. So this is what I'm talking about, what he's capable of. That's wicked stuff. Mixed with a 103 mile per hour fastball, like he's not even trying. 102 inside corner, striking out the side. But the people who are making contact with him are taking him deep. Two of the lefties I've shown have taken him deep opposite field, but that's not even all he's gotten tagged for this year. Just take a look at this pitch for a second. Are you kidding me? This is one of my favorite ones. This is going to be an overlay. You see, there's two of everybody. There's two Mason Millers, there's two catchers, there's two Simeons, there's two umpires. We got two pitches coming in. One is going to be a slider, one's going to be a fastball. And the way they play off of each other is so beautiful. This is from the Pitching Ninja. If you don't know who the Pitching Ninja is, look him up on Twitter and TikTok and all that, and he's great. But this is a great composition of what these two pitches do with each other. Those pitches look like the same exact pitch out of the hand. We're going to pause it there and then watch the slider dart and the fastball stays true to the middle plane. Nobody is supposed to be able to hit this. You got 103 and high 80s with the slider all the way down into the lefty's batter's box, or you have to honor the fact that this is coming at you 100 miles an hour. I think the overall conclusion that I've come to is that Mason Miller has to be the most unlucky person mixed with this play in the outfield that doesn't help. But I think Mason Miller has to be the most unlucky pitcher in the major leagues right now because there is nobody in the MLB with this kind of stuff and this kind of whiff rate and strikeout rate that with an almost 5 ERA. And I'm sure by the end of the year, this will all come down and it'll all average out by the end of the year, and I'm sure he'll have a sub 3 ERA, maybe even a sub 2 by the time the year's said and done with. But the fact that we're 30 games in and he's got a 5 ERA and 25% of all the hits off him have gone out of the park is unbelievable.